bracket, open bracket, so put in the condition, if that mapping number value, let me just put in a bracket, is smaller than 0, then 0, don't pull through the value, else, okay, and then I can go copy that part again to there and paste it. Okay, so meaning if that mapping number returns a value of 0, then don't put a value, but if it doesn't, then put through that value. I could have turned the sign around and said, if it's bigger than 0, then pull through the valence, else put a 0. So it just depends on how you write the formula there, and there we go. So just quickly do that one more time, okay, so you can try it on your side. So again, I'm going to go there, if that formula returns a value of less than 0, then put a 0, else pull through that balance. Okay, and you'll see it'll then return that balance there. I can again do the same thing there. On the left hand side, you can either go Control C, Control V, and just replace the BR with a BR colon year 1 and a BR colon year 1. Okay, I'll quickly give you time to do that for me on your side. Okay, and there we go. Now, the last thing that I want to just quickly mention on this balance sheet or statement of financial position, depending on what you've selected in your CaseWare, on the context menu, for instance, here it says June, or if I click on engagement properties, the reporting date, the current active period, those two work together. So let's say, for instance, I want to report on the December balance. I'll select December. I'll go click back into my Excel document, click on add-ins, tools, recalculate, and that will then pull through the balance for December. Okay. If I change it back to, let's say, for instance, January, go back to my Excel, click on tools, recalculate, and that will then pull through the balances for January. So quickly try that for me on your own. Okay, there we go. Now, just quickly some context. When would I do that? Why would I do that? So let's say, for instance, on a monthly basis, you need to perform or get out a balance sheet. All we're literally going to do is import the new TV. So engagement, import the new year's TV. Oh, sorry, the new month's TV. Go map any new accounts. Open up that balance sheet that you've already created. Okay, set your year end to, let's say, for instance, May, June, whatever the month is. Come back to Excel tools, recalculate, and then it will then update those figures. Okay, so really a nice way to get out a balance sheet on a monthly basis. Then the next item that I'm going to be quickly doing is going to be the income statement, 1 to 3 months. So I'm going to quickly click on that, and then, for instance, say this is the, let's say, 12-month income statement. Okay, I'm literally going to go back to my balance sheet. Again, I'm a bit lazy, so I'm going to copy in the descriptions. Okay, and then they will start populating there. Okay, and then I'm going to start copying my, doing my statement of income and expenses, or you're going to call it, for today, we're just going to call it the income statement. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing for today, I'm just going to be doing a normal, we're going to go with revenue, cost of sales. Okay, we're going to get a GP, a gross profit. Okay, we're going to have other income, and we're going to have expenses, and we're going to have profit for the month. Okay, so that's all I want us to quickly do for me on your side, and we're going to start, obviously, our year end, just to confirm, is a June year end. So we'll start off with our July, August, and September. Okay, so really go replicate that for me on your side. Cool. Then once we're done with that, now we can start populating our amounts. Now, because we want to hard code this for the July, August, September, respectively, we'll be clicking on CaseWare linkage. Again, go to mappings, but this time instead of using the default period, we will be choosing the period we want to report on. In this case, it's going to be my current year, but I'm going to be selecting July. Okay. It'll take a couple of seconds, then the green bar at the bottom will quickly run, and as soon as that is done, then we can start scrolling to a section. Now again, I'm not going to be scrolling to the section for income, okay, and be looking for that revenue. Okay, so I just want to quickly go scroll down. Okay. If I want to I can scroll down and try and look for that amount. But for today, I'm just going to choose any mapping number amount and clicking on it. Now, very, very important. If I want to pull through only the movement for this balance, so if we think about it, generally on an income statement, I would want to see the movement for July, the movement for August, and the movements for September. I would need to pull through the discrete balance. So if you look at my formula at the moment, I know it might be a bit small, okay, but it's CW underscore map BRM for monthly, period 1, and I'll pull through that balance. Now, because period 1 would literally be the movement for the first period, it's fine, but for the subsequent months, I would want to see a discrete movement or a monthly movement. The item I need to click on is in the top there, next to the no, it says period balance only. If I click on that, the formula will then update and it'll be CW for CaseWare underscore map BRM period 1 disk.